Hello, everybody, and welcome to Boundaryland Podcast with yet another episode with Dylan and Sheldon. And we're going to be discussing the first two T20s between New Zealand and Australia. Let's get straight to it then.
Yeah, crazy. It's T20 World Cup season among us, right, Dil? And two teams who definitely want to win their first T20 World Cup this year. Australia and New Zealand battling it out, two big rivals as well. Dil, what have you made about these two T20s so far?
First thing, what strikes me is that both matches were really interesting, I would say, especially the last one we just concluded. High scoring match, 400 plus runs, raining sixes everywhere, and boy, some crazy hitting from both New Zealand and Australia. But let's go back to the first T20. Sheldon, I thought Devon Conway played like insanely well to do, and so unfair to remain not out on 99, I would say.
It's crazy. I mean, what a knock for a guy who's unsold in the IPL. I saw some tweets as well. People were saying, why didn't he play that innings about 4 days earlier, right? He would have gotten the option for high price. But yeah, he's had a crazy start to T20 cricket, Devon Conway.
Yeah.
I think he's had about 5 scores of 50 plus or
5 scores of yes, you're right. I think he's played like around 67 matches and he scored like 5 scores of 50 plus. But insane considering the fact that New Zealand were like 4 wickets down almost.
I think at one point they were 15 for 3.
15 for 3, and then like Devon Conway just playing a blinder and just taking the team way ahead. But Australia after that had no answer whatsoever to them. I thought Ish Sodhi bowled like really well, taking 4 wickets, Sheldon.
Yeah, Sodhi bowled brilliantly. I thought Bolt and Saudi as well with the new ball. It felt like a test match. It was swinging this way, swinging that way. Heck, you thought it was a day-night test match the way things were going.
The way Bolt was steaming in was pretty insane, and the speed with which he was bowling was pretty intense too. But then again, New Zealand easily won that match, and a big defeat for Australia. And I think New Zealand were too good for them in today's T20 as well, Sheldon. The way they batted, I thought, was absolutely brilliant. Martin Guptill, I think, is just a damn good T20 player.
Yeah, crazy. Martin Guptill. I mean, he's so underrated as well, Guptill. He plays these great innings. I mean, I remember at one of his innings as well, I think in the 50-over World Cup, he hit 234. If I'm not mistaken, in one of them as well. And these innings just go through, like, not many people talk about it, but Guptill has some great knocks, especially in New Zealand as well, and he's so underrated. He went unsold as well in the IPL again. Martin Guptill.
It's so hard. It's so hard to think that Martin Guptill, a champion T20 batsman, goes unsold in the IPL. I just can't come to terms with that. I thought Australia played really well also. Marcus Stoinis and Daniel Sams almost giving them a scare there and taking the game home, but Jimmy Neesham, I think, had other plans as usual.
Jimmy Neesham, what a match he had. I mean, he hit 30 with the bat, and then his first over in the match was the last over of the innings. Can you believe that?
Yeah, too much allowed, right? Both the T20s were really good. Both teams played really well, barring the first T20 where Australia were slightly off, still trying to find their game there, and they played well in the next T20, but New Zealand, of course, they're just too good when they play this kind of cricket. And Kane Williamson, he's just playing like a dream. He's just like batting. He can switch from Test cricket to ODI so fast. He can play like T20 so easily, and that was so fluent. He can switch so well.
Yeah, I mean, most people who talk about this match won't talk about his innings, but he played a really good innings, Williamson, 50 plus. Yeah. And he was just supporting Guptill, because when someone goes big like Guptill, you need someone to support him. And when you look at how close the game was, if that Williamson knock didn't happen, they probably would have lost New Zealand, because in a game of close margins, that knock was so important. Yeah. And I have an interesting question for you. I was thinking about this today.
Please go ahead.
When we think of 50-over World Cups, right, Australia, but T20 World Cups, have Australia not figured out T20 cricket yet? I mean, they haven't won a T20 World Cup, and I don't know, it's odd, right, to think Australia wouldn't crack a World Cup or a tournament.
It is odd now that you mentioned to me, because I think Australia have got some fabulous guys in the team. You've got David Warner, one of the world's best T20. I mean, he plays around the IPL, he plays Big Bash so well. I mean, he's a great guy, David Warner. You've got Steve Smith, you've got Matthew Wade, and I think when it comes to those games that matter the most, those knockout games, I think those are the games which they can't win. I think when the T20 World Cup was played in India, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, in India.
The T20 World Cup was played in 2016 in India, and I think they lost to India, if I'm not mistaken.
They lost to India and they lost to New Zealand, in fact.
And they lost to New Zealand.
Out of the group. Surprisingly, first time.
Exactly. So, I mean, even after scoring 200, you managed to come almost there and still not win it. You have to really work on your game then in T20 cricket, like they say. That's it from us, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And as usual, do like the video, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to our channel. And if you want to follow us on Instagram, the handle is right there below in the description. And we'll see you soon with another video. Until then, take care.